Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Priyanka and in today's video I will be sharing my honest review about Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in foundation. So if you guys are interested, then please continue watching the video, and also guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do not forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload my any new video. Now enough of the blabbering, let's start with the video now. So first of all, let's talk about the packaging of this foundation. So this foundation comes in a sleek glass bottle, and it also has a pump which is really easy to dispense the right amount of product. Second thing, as this is a glass bottle, I don't think it's travel friendly. This is a 30 ml glass bottle and this cost around 1250 Indian rupees. Now let's quickly talk about the consistency and the texture of this foundation. So this foundation has a very thick consistency, but even after the thick consistency, this foundation blends beautifully onto your skin. I love using my beauty blender to apply this foundation because that gives me a more natural finish and a more airbrush look, which I really like with my foundation. This is a thick foundation, so I think if you apply this foundation with any kind of brush, this might can leave some kind of streaks on your face. So suggest and recommend you to use a nice beauty sponge or a beauty blender to apply this foundation. Now this foundation provides a beautiful finish on your skin. It's a demi matte foundation, it's not completely matte. So if you have an oily skin, so you have to set this foundation with a powder, and if you have a very dry skin, so you can use a good moisturizer and you can apply this foundation. I think this is a great foundation for all skin types. If you have a dry skin, you can use this foundation, but with a good moisturizer. If you have a normal skin, you can use this foundation. So this is a good foundation for all skin types. Doesn't matter if you have a normal oily combination or a dry skin like a Sahara desert, but still you can use this foundation, but like I said, with a good moisturizer. This is a medium to high coverage foundation, so this will going to cover all your spots, all your dark spots and your redness. If you have lots of dark spots and lots of redness on your face, so this is a great foundation. It also has a concealer in it, so you do not have to wear any kind of concealer if you are using this foundation. So this is a great thing with this foundation. This foundation dries to a dewy matte finish, so you have to set this foundation with a powder if you have a very oily skin. If you have dry skin, so you do not need to set this foundation with any kind of powder. You can skip the powder part. It's a great foundation for parties. This foundation doesn't give you any flashback with any kind of flash photography, so which is again a great thing. Talking about my experience with this foundation, I really enjoy wearing this foundation and I am super happy with my purchase. This is a great foundation. Only one pump is enough for your entire face. If you will use more than one pump, then this might can look a little bit patchy or cakey, but one pump is enough. This will going to provide you a beautiful finish onto your skin if you are using one pump. But if you are using two pump, then it might can look a little heavy. This is a full coverage foundation, so of course because of the thickness and because of the full coverage, this might look a little heavy onto your face. You may can feel that you are wearing foundation, but it's not that heavy till the time you are just wearing one layer. But if you will wear 2 or 3 layers of this foundation, then this will look like that you are wearing some kind of mask on your face. So I won't suggest you to use more than 1 or 2 pump of this foundation. Second thing, this will going to of course cover my all scars. I don't have much blemishes or much acne spots or dark spots on my face, but it do cover the little bit which I have on my skin. So this is again a great thing with this foundation. Now this looks beautiful onto my skin, but I love wearing this foundation mostly at the night time, like for the parties or for the functions. This is a great foundation, guys. If you're looking for an affordable full coverage foundation, then you should give this foundation a try. I love wearing this foundation for any function. This is such a great foundation, and this foundation also provides a beautiful glow onto my skin, as this foundation has a dewy matte finish. So this looks really amazing. So I am really happy, and I would highly recommend this foundation if you're looking for a good foundation. Let's quickly talk about the claims of this foundation. So this foundation says medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula, long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. So medium to full coverage. So of course this foundation provides a medium to full coverage, which is true. Lightweight formula. Of course this will going to look very light onto your skin if you are using just one pump of this foundation, but if you are using more than one pump of this foundation, then this will going to look a little heavy onto your face, because this is a thick foundation and a full coverage foundation. So with one pump this will going to look light onto your skin, but if you're using more than one pump, then this might will look a little heavy onto your face. Oil free formula, which is again true. This is really a good foundation for oily skin girls out there. Long wearing, which is again true. This foundation stays for really good time. I have worn this foundation for near about 8 hours in a marriage, so this is again true. This foundation stays really for a very long time, so the longevity is again good. Water resistant and sweat proof. So again this is true. This is water resistant and sweat proof, but this is not a transfer proof foundation. If you will use your phone, so this do transfer, as you can see. So as you can see, this foundation do transfer. It is not a transfer proof. So I think whatever the claim this foundation has made, it completely lives up to them. So I give like 10 out of 10 for whatever the claims this foundation has made. So now let's quickly talk about the pros and the cons of this foundation. Starting with the pros of this foundation: super long wearing and sweat proof, absolutely full coverage foundation, hides all the imperfections, easy to blend despite of having such a thick consistency, which is great thing about this foundation. And one more thing guys, this foundation doesn't sink into your fine lines if you are setting this foundation with a nice powder. So this is again a very good thing about this foundation. This foundation also does not highlight any kind of pores or dry patches. If you have a very extremely dry skin, use a good moisturizer and you will be sorted. Like I said, this foundation is good for flash photography, as this foundation does not flash back. So again, this is really a very good thing about this foundation. This is an affordable foundation and has a very pleasant scent. So this will not going to give you any kind of headache, and this will going to cover all the imperfections. You does not require any kind of concealer with this foundation, as this foundation already has a concealer in it. Now talking about the cons of this foundation. So personally talking guys, I don't see any cons in this foundation. Whatever this foundation claims, it live completely up to that. So I personally don't see any kind of like cons in this foundation. This is a great foundation, a great affordable foundation. I will rate this foundation 5 out of 5 stars. This is amazing foundation. Only and only one con in this foundation is that the shade range in India. I'm not talking about the other countries, only in India. This foundation is only and only available in 7 shades in India, and that too also for fair to medium skin tone. They have literally left out all the dusky girls out there. So which is the only one bad thing which I really didn't like about this foundation, because all the beauties who have a fair skin tone or a medium skin tone, they can go ahead and use this foundation. But the dusky girls out there, this is really not a foundation for you guys for the time being. But I wish and hope that the company launch all the shades in India for all the Indian skin tones, so which will be really good. So that was my review about this foundation guys. Do let me know how do you like this video. If you have any suggestions for me guys, maybe where I can improve in my videos, do let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. And I think that's all for today guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye for now.